Listen closely, chosen one. What I am about to share is not casual information. It is a decree released over your life in the early hours of this morning. Stop for a moment. Do not scroll past this. Do not assume this message belongs to someone else. The fact that your eyes are on these words right now is not random. It is confirmation. You have been intentionally selected to hear what is about to be spoken. Here is what I proclaim over you with full spiritual authority. Everything that collapsed around you is preparing to rise again. Every door that shut abruptly is about to open wider than before. Every relationship that shattered will either be restored in a healthier form or replaced with something far greater. Every financial blow is turning into a comeback story. Every dream that seemed buried is breathing again. The season of loss has ended. The season of restoration has begun. At 4:44 this morning, while most people were asleep, I was awakened by a vision so intense it shook me physically. What I saw changed the way I understand your situation. I found myself standing inside a vast throne room, overflowing with brilliance and glory. In the center stood a massive table, and a scene unfolded that I will never forget. On one side of that table sat the accuser, the adversary who has resisted your destiny since the day you were born. He sat there confidently with stacks of evidence piled high, records of every mistake, every failure, every weak moment you ever experienced. Witnesses stood ready to testify against you. Claims were prepared based on your history. He looked certain of victory, almost smug, because for years he had dominated at that table. Every move he made seemed to push you further from your promise. Every strategy appeared to work in his favor. Then I saw you seated across from him. You looked exhausted, worn down, like someone who had fought too many battles and endured too many losses. The adversary had been draining your confidence slowly, eroding your hope, chipping away at your faith, convincing you that the system was fixed against you. He made you believe that no matter how hard you tried, you would never break through. Just when it felt like defeat was final, the atmosphere in that throne room shifted. I sensed the change before I saw it. A presence entered so powerful that everything else became insignificant. The King of Kings approached the table not to negotiate, not to debate, not to play by the enemy's rules. He stood at the head of the table. With one decisive movement, he overturned the entire table. Every accusation scattered. Every legal claim fell useless to the floor. Every piece of evidence lost its power in a single instant. Then his voice thundered through the room. The contest is finished. The season of struggle ends now. What worked against my son, my daughter, will now work for them. What was designed to destroy them will now build them. Every weapon formed will become a tool in their hands. Every attack will turn into advantage. Every setback will become a setup for a comeback no one anticipated. The tables have turned. That reversal was declared for you. Before you move on, understand something critical. If you leave before hearing all 7 reversals spoken over your life, you risk missing the full scope of what has been authorized for you. This is not manipulation. It is positioning. Stay with me. What comes next changes everything. Now I need your agreement with what is happening in this moment. Type these exact words in the comments. The tables have turned. When you write that, you are not just leaving a comment. You are aligning yourself with what has already been spoken in the spiritual realm. You are coming into agreement with the reversal. The angels assigned to your breakthrough are waiting for your declaration. Type it now. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and activate all notifications. What will be released after this message will show you how to walk in what has just been decreed. A breakthrough without wisdom can be lost as quickly as it appears. Do not delay. Position yourself. Now listen carefully. The 7 reversals spoken in that throne room are for you. Each one targets a specific area of your life. The first reversal is this: your shame is being transformed into honor. This reversal confronts the weapon that has been used against you most effectively, shame. You have carried burdens that were never yours to carry. Shame from things done to you without your consent. Shame from choices you regret deeply. Shame from failures that replay in your mind over and over. Shame from seasons where you fell short of who you wanted to be. That shame made you hide when you should have been visible. It silenced you when you should have spoken. The adversary understood that if he could keep you ashamed, he could keep you disqualified in your own mind. He turned your past into a prison. He replayed your worst moments repeatedly. Every time you tried to step forward, he dragged up something behind you. But a decree has been issued. What was used to humiliate you will now be used to honor you. The stories you once concealed will become testimonies that free others. The very areas that embarrassed you will become platforms of authority. Where you were mocked, you will be respected. Where you hid, you will stand confidently. Instead of shame, you will receive double honor. Not just relief, restoration multiplied. Within the next 14 days, you will see evidence of this shift. Something that once embarrassed you will strengthen you publicly. Do not rush. Past this, the second reversal is coming. The second divine reversal is this: your lack is being transformed into overflow. This reversal confronts the struggle that has worn you down quietly, financial insufficiency. You have experienced shortage in ways others could never fully understand. Bills arriving faster than provision. Opportunities demanding investment when resources were thin. Watching others live comfortably while you calculated every expense carefully. Seeing people with less discipline receive more reward, wondering why abundance seemed to bypass your address. This was not accidental. The adversary targeted your provision intentionally. Streams of income were delayed. Opportunities were obstructed. Doors that should have produced revenue were restricted. A ceiling was placed over your efforts so that no matter how diligently you worked, it always felt like just barely enough. The goal was simple: convince you that struggle was your portion, that survival, not thriving, was your destiny. But that narrative has been overturned. A declaration has been released over your finances. Scarcity was never heaven's design for you. You were created for abundant life. The seasons of insufficiency were interference, not intention. What was blocked is beginning to flow. What was intercepted is being released. What was stolen is being restored with increase. Provision is no longer tied to your salary, the economy, or logical expectations. It is tied to divine supply. And there is no shortage in that supply. Within the next 21 days, you will see unexpected movement. Resources will appear from directions you did not anticipate. Opportunities will surface that make no logical sense, but produce measurable results. Accounts that felt stagnant will begin to shift. The pressure of barely enough will be replaced with the relief of more than sufficient. Lack is reversing. Nento overflow. Scraping by is turning into surplus. What once drained you financially will now demonstrate favor. Stay attentive. The third reversal addresses something even more personal. The third divine reversal is this: the plans of your enemies are being turned back on them. This reversal brings justice. There have been individuals who deliberately plotted against you. Conversations took place behind closed doors about your downfall. Strategies were formed to undermine your credibility. Some celebrated quietly when you struggled. Some smiled publicly while working against you privately. A few of them still stand near you, pretending loyalty while hoping for your failure. Traps were set. Obstacles were designed. Pits were dug with your name in mind. They believed they were strategic. They believed they were secure in their schemes. They assumed you would never recover from the pressure they created. But they underestimated one thing. They did not account for the one who defends you. A decree has been issued. Every trap set for you will entangle its creator. Every pit prepared for your fall will become their own confinement. Every weapon formed against you will malfunction in their hands. What was organized in secrecy will unravel openly. The harm intended for you will rebound against the scheme itself. This is not vengeance. It is divine justice. The reversal ensures that you are not only protected, but vindicated. Within the next 21 days, you will witness signs of this shift. A strategy formed against you will collapse unexpectedly. A voice that opposed you will lose credibility. A plan meant to weaken you will dissolve before it can manifest. You will recognize clearly that the protection over your life is active and precise. What was designed to harm you will fail. What was structured to block you will break apart. You will watch as the very systems tended to restrict you begin to work in your favor instead. Do not disengage now. The fourth reversal addresses your physical body. The fourth divine reversal is this: your sickness is being transformed into strength and health. This reversal targets the attacks that came against your physical body. Illness attempted to steal your energy. Pain tried to distract you from your purpose. Conditions arose that slowed your momentum and limited your capacity. There were symptoms doctors could not fully explain, treatments that produced little change, fatigue that lingered longer than it should have, a body that felt unreliable instead of supportive. The attack on your health was strategic. If your body weakened, your confidence would weaken. If discomfort persisted, your focus would scatter. If exhaustion became normal, your pursuit of destiny would slow. The adversary understood that a drained body often leads to a discouraged spirit. But a declaration has been spoken over you. The sickness was never assigned permanent residence. What attacked you will not define you. Strength is being restored. Vitality is returning. Your body is remembering how it was created to function, whole, resilient, capable. Healing does not always announce itself loudly at first. It begins subtly. It starts shifting beneath the surface before it becomes visible. What has felt chronic will begin to decrease. What has felt constant will begin to loosen its grip. Energy that was missing will gradually return with stability. Within the next 30 days, you will notice measurable change. Patterns of discomfort will weaken. Capacity will increase. You will feel your body cooperating with you again, instead of resisting you. This reversal does more than remove sickness. It replaces it with renewed strength. What tried to weaken you will ultimately reinforce you. What attempted to slow you will now stab. Elizu, your physical restoration is part of your larger turnaround. Stay with me. The fifth reversal addresses your mind. The fifth divine reversal is this: your confusion is being transformed into unmistakable clarity. This reversal confronts the mental fog that has kept you stalled. You have wrestled with uncertainty about direction, unsure which opportunity to pursue. unsure which relationship to hold on to or release, unsure whether what you were sensing was guidance or distraction. That uncertainty created hesitation. Hesitation created delay. Confusion was not random, it was strategic. A confused mind struggles to act decisively. When clarity is clouded, momentum slows. Mixed signals, conflicting advice, contradictory circumstances, all of it was designed to keep you second-guessing yourself. The longer you questioned your instincts, the longer you remained stationary. But a decree has interrupted that pattern. Clarity is replacing confusion. The mental fog is lifting. The noise is quieting. The internal debate that has exhausted you is settling. You will recognize the difference between fear and discernment. You will identify which voice aligns with peace and which one does not. The uncertainty that once paralyzed you will no longer have authority. Within the next 7 days, a decision that has weighed heavily on you will become clear. Direction that felt complicated will simplify. The path forward will not feel forced. It will feel settled. You will know what to do, and you will move with confidence rather than hesitation. This reversal does not just remove confusion, it restores confidence in your ability to discern correctly. What once felt overwhelming will become manageable. What once felt tangled will become straightforward. The clarity arriving is not partial, it is precise. Do not disconnect now. The sixth reversal addresses something deeper than confusion. It touches your heart. The sixth divine reversal is this: your rejection is being transformed into divine acceptance. This reversal heals wounds you have carried for years. You have been overlooked, excluded, and dismissed in ways that left deep marks on your soul. Rejected by people you loved. Passed over for opportunities you deserved, ignored when recognition was due. These experiences shaped an expectation that rejection was your normal portion, that exclusion was your identity. The adversary used rejection strategically. He knew that if you felt unwanted, you would hesitate, doubt your purpose, and isolate yourself. Rejection was a tool meant to disconnect you from your calling and obscure your worth. It aimed to keep you on the margins while others advanced. But a decree has been issued. The rejection you have endured is reversing. What excluded you is now drawing attention. What overlooked you is now spotlighting your value. Doors that remained closed are swinging open. Opportunities that passed you by are returning, aligned with your destiny. You are moving from outsider to honored guest, from overlooked to celebrated. Within the next 21 days, you will notice shifts in relationships and opportunities. Individuals who ignored you will seek your input. Invitations that you stopped expecting will arrive. Recognition will begin to manifest in areas where you were once dismissed. Acceptance, inclusion, and acknowledgement are replacing isolation and disregard. This reversal restores not only your external circumstances, but also your sense of belonging. The invisible weight of being undervalued is lifting. You will walk with renewed confidence, knowing that your place is secure and your value recognized before Minas the Mart. The seventh and final reversal is the most powerful. It addresses time itself. The seventh divine reversal is this: your delay is being transformed into sudden acceleration. This is the master reversal. It changes the entire trajectory of your life. You have waited. You have endured seasons where your dreams seemed stalled, promises postponed, and breakthroughs delayed. You have seen others who started after you surpass you. You have questioned whether your time would ever come, whether your season would ever arrive, whether your promises would ever manifest. So the delay was deliberate. The adversary hoped that the length of waiting would make you give up. He counted on discouragement to convince you that your destiny was too big, your dreams unattainable. But God has intervened, the decree has been issued, the stolen time is being restored, the waiting is ending. What should have taken years will now occur in months, weeks, or even days. Progress compressed, opportunities accelerated, momentum restored. Within this season, you will witness doors opening faster than expected. Promises that lingered will manifest. Processes that once required long timelines will complete swiftly. People, circumstances, and favor will align in ways that defy natural understanding. Time, which seemed against you, is now cooperating with your destiny. What took others years will take you months. What took others months will take you weeks. What took others weeks will take you days. Acceleration is now your reality. All 7 divine reversals have been decreed over your life. Your shame is reversed into honor, your lack into overflow. Your enemies' plans backfire. Your sickness transforms into health. Your confusion clears into clarity. Your rejection turns into acceptance. Your delay accelerates into immediate action. Every weapon that was formed against you is now a tool for your advancement. Every table that was set to defeat you is now your platform for victory. But a warning must be given. The adversary will attempt to contest this change. He will try to make you doubt, to point to appearances, to remind you of old patterns. Stand firm. Reversals happen first in the spiritual realm, then manifest in the physical. Your breakthrough is real even before you see it. Now, chosen one, it is time to seal the reversals over your life with declaration and action. Speak these words aloud. Almighty Father, I receive every one of the 7 divine reversals decreed over my life. My shame is turned into honor. What once humiliated me now elevates me. My lack is turned into overflow. Scarcity becomes abundance. My enemies' plans are reversed against them. What was intended for evil is now for my good. My sickness is reversed into health. What attacked me strengthens me. My confusion is turned into clarity. My rejection is reversed into acceptance. My delay is reversed into acceleration. I declare the tables have turned in my life. What worked against me now works for me. My losing season has ended, and my winning season has begun. The heavenly record has been written. Your reversal is sealed. The turnaround is official. Everything in your life is about to shift dramatically. Here's how to complete the process. Like this video to agree with what has been decreed. Subscribe and turn on all notifications so you can receive guidance on walking in your breakthroughs. Share this message with at least one person who needs their tables turned. Finally, type in the comments, "Everything is reversing in my favor." Let heaven see your agreement. Let others be encouraged by your declaration. You arrived at this message on the wrong side of the table. You leave with every situation reversed. Shame becomes honor. Lack becomes overflow. Enemies face their own strategies. Sickness becomes strength. Confusion turns into clarity. Rejection becomes acceptance. Delay becomes acceleration. This is not wishful thinking. It is divine reversal. Tables have turned. Heaven is intervening in your life right now. Walk in it. Claim it. Your victory is here. Amen.